Hello everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how to go about making a bubble skirt. This is a very simple tutorial and it is a cutting and sewing tutorial. You can see what the bubble skirt looked like on me after I was done making it. So if this is something you're interested in learning how to do, keep on watching, and if you're still yet to subscribe to this channel, hit on the subscribe button and let us get started with this video. To make this bubble skirt, you can use any fabric you like, but just make sure that the fabric is going to be able to stand well for this style. You also need a lining as well, and then for the fabric you're using, you should have at least 2 yards. You might even need more than 2 yards if what you're making is going to be a long version, okay? So for this one, I'm going to be making a short version, and I have 2 yards. Now, I have my lining here, and this lining is what I'm going to use and determine the length. Now, I've already cut it out, and the length that I cut out here is 16 inches. But I'm working with a full length of 18 inches for this skirt. So I've reduced the lining by 2 inches, and I'm going to add that 2 inches to the fashion fabric. You will understand this better as the video continues. Now, for the width of your skirt, you want to make sure that it's going to be big enough to go on your body without any assistance. So you need to use something that is bigger than your hip measurement. Right now, I have 48 inches because this fabric is in a fold, and my actual hip measurement is 40. So I have extra 8 inches on the hip area. Now, for the actual fabric that we're using for the skirt, I've already gone ahead to cut it out as well, and the width is very long because we're going to be making a lot of gathers. So the width has to be a lot more than your hip measurement, okay? And now for the length, remember I told you guys to remove 2 inches from the lining, okay? Now this is supposed to also be 18 inches, right? But I added the 2 inches that I removed from the lining to make this one 20 inches, okay? So this is 20 inches long, and by the time I fold it up like this by 2 inches that I removed from the lining, I will have it to be 18, and that is the length I want the skirt to be. You guys will understand this very soon. By the time I add the lining to this, everything will fall down to be 18 because the 2 inches will come up and then complete the length. Now for the width of this skirt, the other side that I'm going to gather, I have 2 foot tapes and some extra. So you can see that this is very wide. The longer the width is, the more fuller your puffiness of the bubble skirt will look. So guys, now that we have that out of the way, I am going to open up my lining, and I am going to go ahead and we're going to be stitching this long strip on the lining. But before we do that, we'll need to go over to the sewing machine and make a gather stitch on the fashion fabric here. So I'll make a gather stitch on this side here and also on this bottom here. So after I was done making the gather stitch on both edges, this is what it looks like. So the aim is to make your gathers and pull on it to now become the same length as what you have on your lining, so that you'll be able to stitch this on the lining part, okay? Remember, this actual fabric is longer than the lining. So by the time we do this and then we stitch it to the lining and align the waist, we'll now have the bubble skirt having that bubble effect at the bottom. But don't worry, we're going to go ahead and continue with this. Just go ahead and make your gathers on one side first. Don't pull the other one yet. So this is what it looks like after we're done making the gathers. Now I am going to be stitching this to the lining. So you want to face this, the actual fabric and the lining, right sides facing each other. Now this gather is the same length as the lining, okay? So I'll leave some space here ungathered, like 1 inch at the edge. Pull the gathers away from the 1 inch at the edge, and then start stitching, pinning this all the way across. Now I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and stitch this to the lining. Make sure that this gather piece is now the same length as the lining. That's the reason why you made gathers on it. And like I mentioned earlier, the longer the length of your fabric, the fuller your gathers would be. So it all depends on how full you want this to look at the end of the day. So I'll go ahead and stitch this down now on the sewing machine. So you're going to place it like this, right sides facing each other, and make sure to spread out your gathers so that it gathers up nicely. And then just make a stitch like this all the way to the end. This is really very simple, but you just want to make sure that your gathers are arranged very properly before you make your stitch. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like after I was done making this stitch. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the upper part. And now for this upper part, I'm going to now pull on the thread that I made earlier for the gathers as well. So I'll just go ahead and start pulling on it so that the upper part of the fashion fabric is also gathered as well. And then after doing this, the lining piece, the upper part as well, I'll go ahead and make a gather stitch so that I can also pull on that as well. But for now, let's just go ahead and gather up the upper part of the skirt. Now we've done the bottom part and attached it to the lining. Then go ahead and pull on the gathers for the upper part as well. Now once you're through with this, the next thing you want to do is to put the pieces together like this, right sides facing each other. And I'm going to go ahead and arrange the edges like this. So I'll go over to the sewing machine and make a stitch to join these places together, but I'll leave half an inch at the top before I start making the stitch. I'll do the same thing here as well. So guys, after I was done making my stitch, this is what it looks like. Okay, remember I said leave half an inch away from the top so that you'll be able to pull on the gather again if you need to. And then of course you need to be able to pull on the lining gather as well. This is the part of the lining that is going to be on the waist. I need to pull on it as well because this is way too big for the waist. This is currently the hip measurement with even allowances. That's why you need to make gather on the lining part of the waist as well. So now I'm going to turn this over to the wrong side so that you guys will see how some part of the actual fabric goes up into the lining at the back, and that is actually what gives this whole puffy effect. That's why the lining was cut out with 16 inches and the actual fabric was cut out 4 inches more, which was 20 inches. Okay, so that by the time 2 inches goes in to complete the lining, you will have the full skirt at 18 inches. I really hope you understand this. So I'm just going ahead to arrange the puffiness of this piece, as you can see, and I'm just going ahead to just do what I need to do for it to look puffy on both sides. Now can you see how it comes up at the back? 2 inches goes into the lining, and that actually is what gives the puffy effect. So now on this waist area of the lining, I'm just going ahead to pull on the gather stitch that I made. So my waist is 26 and I'll add an extra 1 inch for my zipper at the back. So I'm going to pull on this now on this lining until it gets to about 27 or 28 inches, okay, for me to be able to get my actual waist. Now once I'm done with this for the lining waist, it means that the fashion fabric, which is the actual fabric that we're working with, right, it needs to also be that waist measurement on the waist area. So I'm going to pull on the actual fabric more as well so that I would be able to get the 27 inches that I need the waist area to be. Okay, the waist must be your actual waist measurement, except you intend to use an elastic for this. If that's not the case, you must make sure that you have your exact waist measurement here. Okay, so now I have about 27 inches, which is perfect for the lining. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie up the lining ropes so that it doesn't move away from how much gathers I've done on it. And then I will now make more gathers on the actual fabric to now have the same waist measurement as the lining. Just watch what I'm doing and do exactly the same thing. So now I'm going to pull more on this. You can see the actual fabric is way longer than the lining waist right now. So I will just continuously pull on it until both of them become the same measurement at the waist. It's really very simple. I really hope that you guys understand what I'm doing here. So now I'm done pulling on the gathers for both of them, and I want to make sure that the waist measurement is exactly what I need, which is about 27 inches. And yes, what I have here is about 28, and I'm going to work with it like that. So I'll go over to the sewing machine now and make a stitch to join the both pieces at the waist together. After I was done joining the pieces at the waist together to make them one, this is what I have now. Now you can see how the waist area is looking like, and you can already see the bubble effect of the skirt. What I need to do now is to just place a band on this skirt and join the back with a zipper, and that is basically it. Okay, so we're going to cut out this band. I have already ironed a piece of interfacing. The interfacing I used is ST to this fabric that I intend to use for the band, so that the band area is a little firm and not just very soft. Okay, so now I'm going ahead to trim off the excess and make this part of the band straight. And then once I'm through with this, I want the band to be about 2 inches wide-ish by the time I'm done. So I'll be cutting this out with about 4.5 inch, okay? So I'll just go ahead and cut this to make this side straight as well. And once that is done, I will just take this over to the sewing machine and start stitching it down. So now I am going to go ahead and place the skirts like this. I'll first stitch the lining on it like this, the band on it like this, and after which I'll just make a top stitch to cover it up like this. So let's go over to the sewing machine. All right, so this is it. I'll place the skirt on the lining like this on top of it. You see how I placed the lining on the ground. That's how you should do yours as well. For this, you're not doing right sides facing each other yet. You're stitching the right sides facing so that when you're done, you can turn the band over and use it to cover the front. So I am just going ahead to finish up this stitch. I'll trim off the excess I have on the band later. So once you're done with your first stitch, just go ahead and fold in the band like this, as you can see, and just make a straight stitch all the way across. Please make sure that your band is sitting perfectly in place. You don't want it to be bent or anything like that. If you need to iron the band before you start sewing, that would actually be nice as well. So we'll trim off the excess on the line, on the waistband, now that we're done, and trim off the excess here as well. And then you can go ahead and serge those areas that you just cut off if you have a serger. And then we'll go ahead and iron out the waist. This is what the waist is looking like. So I'll turn everything over to the wrong side and then close up the center back. Now to close up the center back, remember there's going to be a zipper at the back so that it will be able to easily pass through. So I'll leave some space at the top, about 10 inches long, so that my zipper can be fixed there. So I'm going to start making a joining stitch from below that point. So I'll just stitch this down, as you can see. Just go ahead and do the same thing. And once you're through with that, go ahead and attach a zipper to the waist area, to this area here. And that will basically be all for the making of the skirt. Alright guys, the zipper has been fixed and this is what it looks like. You can see the bubble skirts looking all pretty, and you can see how some part of the actual fabric goes into the lining. That's what gives the bubble effect. So yeah, that's basically all for the making of this skirt. I hope you understood this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and I will be seeing you guys in my next one.